Sit on my face. Please. 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 F fine. But just for tonight. A. Every night. Look at you. Posting heresy. Voice controller and man helmet. I want to be inside that. Agreed. The helmet looks nice too. Create a lore for my character. She hates black people. Boy, 5, takes cocaine to school, says it makes him feel like Spider-Man. Few more sniffs and he'll meet Uncle Ben. Using after a normal sentence is the funniest shit ever. Had to bury my wife again. Bruh, when I was young I pulled my shirt over my head and pretended to be Igor, but I forgot his name and ran around saying him Hitler. Dick, oh, dick. I must get dick, pant, I must. Military wives, while their husband is on deployment. I don't know how to describe it. Come on, get him, he wants to leave without paying. Don't say it. Cement. Cement. Guys, how do you pee with a boner? Just crack it like a glow stick, and you are good to go. Giving Diamond Head. I named my dog 5 miles, so that I could say I walked 5 miles each day. Today I ran over 5 miles. I ate 5 miles. You can make the scar even more realistic by ironing that part of the skin. You'll think Gordon Ramsay ever ate ass and called it bland? Bless Jack Sparrow. Nobody move. I dropped me turd. Since no one has credited the original artist at cumwizard69_420 on Insta. One day people will say, is that an original cumwizard print? That's just impressive. How the fuck do you get so obese that your body starts to think it's a good idea to store fat in your forehead? Unlike Patrick Star, she can see her forehead. Your task is to blow a job interview in the first 30 seconds. What do you do? How strict is the sexual harassment policy? I'm impressed by how the artists were able to model and animate Black Cat with one hand. Ayu. She said yes, boys. Despite everything going on in the world, 2020 has been the best year of my life. Beautiful ring. Congratulations to you both. Please send a photo of her anus. Want to be dominated? Will dominate you. Will ask you to be gentle. Noob. Will defend you in court. As a good sir said in the comments, considering that they are all underage, better call Saul. What the fuck do you even say after sex? Who the hell talks to dead people? What did he attach his web to? Uncle Ben. You talk about sex too much. Mom, is it because it's not heterosexual sex talk? Not at all, you know I love and support you. It's because you taught grandma what fisting is. Fun fact, once, while looking for batteries, while living with my grandparents, I found double-sided anal beads. My grandparents are deeply conservative and my grandpa has been a pastor for most of his life. Got even better when her dementia started kicking in and grandma would knock on my door asking if I took her vibrator. I did take it, but that's irrelevant. My urge to play video games. My urge to fap. Me. Homeworks. Literally me, but replace both of them with my sister. Why is it easy to stay thin in Japan? That's easy. The last time there was a fat man in Japan, a whole city disappeared. My apple broke the apple cutter and now I have a weapon. Keeps the doctor away. Met my daughter's teacher tonight. It was heartbreaking. She was working at her second job. Teachers are the most underpaid, underappreciated, yet most valuable people in the world. So anyway, I gave her $50 for a lap dance, so I'm doing my part. Just saw someone say that Mitch McConnell looks like Chris Chan's mom and I'll never be the same again. If only you knew how bad things really are. Christian has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever right now. My dog looks like a bear. What do you feed him? The neighborhood kids. It's all fun and games until she makes a balloon animal out of your junk. Need the kinda dick Tupac had. Dog, I worded this terribly. I meant like I want the penis he had that made Jada act wild. Have you ever thought that someone has masturbated to you? No, cause I doubt it. Rubbed out a quick one just for you, brother. Is this the thing which is called speed fishing? Nah, school shooting. Wait, what song is she listening to? Stairway to Heaven. What is your least favorite part of the sex? Giving her the $400. Cover me. Laughing out loud. What if she said fire on hole? Bro, it's too much. Sperm donation. Me and my brothers is sitting here after church and we want to know if donating sperm is a sin. I think the church would prefer cash donations. Stop holding on to people just because you have a history together. But they are my kids. This is my cat. This is not my house. Cat. Same happens with my girlfriend all the time. You were a mistake. Your father had a wet dream and your mama rolled over. Your profile pic looks like an erectile dysfunction commercial. Little Jason's first selfie. Make it his last. It looks like someone applied a filter to it. Yeah, Jesus did. I hate Spotify ads because I listen to podcasts in the shower and there's nothing scarier than being naked and hearing LeBron James say, "I'll tell you what makes me thirsty." Can anyone find a dog in this picture? I'm so sorry. Am I the only one who thought 30% chance of rain meant it's a 30% chance it's gonna rain? My weather app says chance it's gonna rain at X is 30%. What else could it mean? I don't get it. It means that you need to nuke Venezuela. I broke up with my boyfriend and I'm looking to experiment. Nice. You wanna make an avant-garde jazz noise band? Honestly, what goes through these people's heads? Usually a few engine parts and a guardrail. Plastic bits of steering wheel. Someone shared this on Facebook. Shut up, an in profile picture. When you accidentally choke her to death, but she has nipple piercings. From my experience, this rarely works. If two pregnant women fight, it's kind of like two babies having a mecha battle. Bruh, if a pregnant woman swim, then that's not a pregnant woman, that's a human submarine. Girls prank vs boys prank. Fun fact, in the event of you getting attacked by a chainsaw, grab the thing that looks like a hand shield and pull it downwards, as on a majority of chainsaw products as a brake per se in the event of kickback. Source, spent half a year required to perfect a chainsaw in engineering class. I ultimately dropped the class in order to save my grade point average. Thanks man, now I know that I have to remove that thing before attacking my victims. How it started. Wanna go out sometime? Oh my god, yes. How it ended. Oh my god, literally me. The best Halloween costume of the year. His arch nemesis is Lex Luthor. Pathetic, the numbers are too low. Yeah, and where are the cats, dogs, and pigeons? 60 billion. Come downloads. My porn watching stats from last year. Men of Reddit, what are your honest thoughts on period sex? Took my wiener out, slapped it on her leg like a paintbrush. Picasso. Picasso. I call this one Bloody Night. Your sex life is now called The Last Thing You Watched. What's its title? 6 feet under, so I would say very accurate. You technically have 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe it restarts the clock. You technically only live for 1 second, but every time you don't shoot your head with a shotgun then it resets. Show. No. This is for your own good. What is the worst way to hurt someone? Pretend you're their best friend for 10 plus years. One day just tell them that you don't want to see them again. Say you actually hate them and were faking being friends. Watch them question all their relationships and have long-lasting emotional damage. It's been 22 years, yet seems like yesterday. Babe, what if we kissed under the 9/11 terrorist attacks? 3. I would fuck that cutie too. The women is fine too, I guess. This room used to be occupied by the previous owner's teenage, 13 male, son. Apparently it's a load-bearing wall. We censoring armpits now. I'm guessing BC there's weird PPL on Twitter. Yeah, me uncensor them. I eat kiwis with the hairy skin on. My mom said I seemed to like it, so she wasn't going to stop me. Later on I find out that I'm a freak of nature for doing it, but I still eat it that way because I just like it. The only downside is that, since I like the texture of the hair and skin, I have forbidden fruit moments when I'm looking at the abdomen of a tarantula. Hexane is nice, but chloroform is better. Chloroform smells so nice my friend fainted. I'm a lobster diver who recently survived being inside of a whale. Ask me anything. Hey, thanks. Awesome that you're doing this, by the way. You're the first person I've ever talked to who spent time inside a whale. Besides your dad. In 1965, a machine was patented to deliver a baby using centrifugal force. The machine would spin you until the baby came out, and it would be caught in a net. Excuse me, what the fuck? You spin me right round, baby, right round. Blurst tip. For $100 I can be your princess for a night. No. The fact that you unintentionally killed the boss makes it funnier. I got carried away. I get carried away with my sister too, man. Don't feel bad. Teacher, can you tell your little sister to stop making faces, please? Me knowing I live alone. Must be my hostage. Hey there, back to the basement. A European airline is testing an adults only section on their flights at an extra cost for passengers 16 and older without kids. I always thought there should be some form of cage hanging by a chain below the plane where you just throw your kid into for a really low cost. Like, who wants to hear a kid complaining or crying? Nah, I'm not gonna be modest on this fine Monday. 44 weeks clean off meth today. What are you gonna do to celebrate 1 year? Meth. You get pushed into 2030 for 10 minutes and you get one Google search. What you looking for? Big oily tits. Some things don't change regardless of time, you bud. Empty all liquids here. It said empty all liquids here, and yet I got arrested for pissing in it. Hypocrisy. If reincarnation was ever confirmed, there would probably be a drastic spike in suicides. You mean rurals? When you get the skin you didn't want, so you rural. Is there any better plot twist in a movie? That movie where Sasha Grey was cheating on her boyfriend with a plumber, but the boyfriend had been hiding under the bed with Lexi Bell all along. What is one myth about sex watching porn made you believe? Learning about sex from porn is like learning about driving by watching monster trucks. I fucking love monster trucks. What? You love fucking monster trucks? My girlfriend's OnlyFans is doing really well. When and how should I tell her? After she's old enough to read, obviously. Celebrated the warm weather with my first sunburn of the season. What do? Well, you could start by turning around. FEAR has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Fuck everything and reproduce. 6 years and 300 pounds later, true love beats all. The stress of Democrats ruining our country has done this to me, but all I needed was my hubby. Trust, love, respect, all that matters. Trump forever. Poor guy, he probably never gets laid because his G/F is now an elephant. Balls stuck in printer. Free to 2. Disney artists did not have to go this hard for a short film. I did not have to be this hard for a short film. Not even King Arthur is pulling me out. Why does it look like Skinny All Might walked in on them having sex in the sport utility closet? I'm sorry for taking a bite out of your cat. I was horny, I mean hungry. If a woman is cuddling with a guy or sitting in his lap, can she feel whether he has an erection? Original poster is definitely more Santa. Why do boys die earlier than us? IDK. Boys. Women and children first. Boys planning their dinner. K-Lau. Daddy is not home right now. Dude has cancer. Do not let him die a virgin. Parents who buried their children, how did you learn to cope with the loss? I hope whoever had to do it are doing okay. Well, it's hard, they really didn't want to be buried, they went kicking and screaming, but if you wait till they're asleep I imagine it's a lot easier. Scientists at Exeter University have reconstructed this 3D model of how Moses might have looked. Let my people go, brother. Uncanny Valley. If they rob him, bro's gonna die like Vision. 23-year-old Mexican rapper dancer surgically implants gold chains into his head to serve as his hair. Writing is weird. 1 minute you are telling a story. The next minute you are researching the average amount of snowfall lead in briquettes. Or how to kill someone with a piece of barbed wire and a tomato. Or how much force it takes to dent a human skull with a can of Pepsi. What the hell are you guys writing? Porn. Probably the funniest part is how you censored fuck. There are children here, bro. Think about them. Gets hard. Sarcasm. I went missing for 1 year experiment. My dad has been doing this challenge for 14 years. What's the worst part of ejaculating? The looks of disgust from the other Taco Bell customers. Disgust, jealousy. I'll have what he's having. Where do they think creamer comes from? Tons of anarchy. Did you know? Amber Heard found to have the most beautiful face in the world, according to Greek golden ratio of beauty. Lucifer was the most handsome angel, and look what he did. I like sleep. I feel you, man. Sleep is like a free trial of death. Love that shit. Death. But with ads. Drink up some bleach and enjoy Death Premium now ad free. When I was 12 and Doom came out, I used to jack off to dead cacodemons because I thought that part right there was supposed to be a vagina. German engineers show why they are superior to any other country. Fun unrelated fact, during World War II, when Germany already conquered France, they planned to send sex dolls to soldiers because of Paris' widespread prostitution plus health problems. The project kinda failed though, because you would be embarrassed carrying a lethal sex toy everywhere you go, and imagine if you get captured by the enemy's G's. Yeah, should have sent it real womans like Japan did. Zuckerberg. Sex will last for maximum 30 minutes, but this beauty and kindness will stay forever maybe. 30 minutes sex, whoa, what kind of Chyavan Prash you been licking? It includes all 27 minutes of begging too. RJ Mitstar, Breaking Bad. Amazing. He still refuses to break character after all this time. The dedication. Today I learned, if you grind a marine sponge through a sieve into salt water, it'll reorganize itself back into a sponge. It's the only animal that we know of that can do that. How many animals have we done this to? DNA test isn't that cheapo, just saying. Still cheaper than raising my wife's boss's kids. Where do prisoners jerk off? My buddy was in jail for 2 weeks. He said everyone beat off in the shower. Said they referred to flops as sperm skis. A man under 6 feet is not a man at all. 5 feet 1 women. Bitch, you want me to be 6 feet tall? Well, you're about to be 6 feet under. The serial killer that woman just turned down. Yeah, I've seen art of a gorilla fingering a T-Rex just a few minutes ago. Man, I see gorilla and T-Rex in the same sentence and my brain is like, this is gonna be a good sentence, and it was not. Just now realizing these two flashed Lightning McQueen. Even worse, when you realize that they were underage. You mean even better? 50% of people have an intelligence quotient above average. 50% of people are also male. This is not a coincidence, let this sink in. 50% people have an above average cock. 50% of people are also female. Let that sink in. I will let her cock sink into me. BB but the protesters. And the tanks. And they were getting shot. And there was blood, and... Now Candace, you can go back to playing pretend while I go finish this pie. I accidentally said big instead of grand while ordering coffee at Starbucks, and they took me behind the store and shot me in the leg. What if a Make-A-Wish kid say he wants some pussy? What they gon' do? Place the kid in front of a mirror and say, this pussy lost to cancer, laughing my ass off. Nothing is scarier than Disney World in the 1940s. Maybe Germany in the 1940s. Empathy will suck and drain you completely dry. Anybody got empathy number? The doctor says I have to amputate both legs. Do a giveaway. Don't let the doctor get you down. Stand up for. You can only take one dog home. It really depends on what are we allowed to do with them. You think your life is hard? Try being stuffed with meat 24/7. MMMFGH. What? When I finally catch him in focus. Now, are you brave enough to let it bite you? He can bite my dick if it gives me superpowers. You can already shoot white stringy goo from that. I wanna do that with my fingers. What do you genuinely not understand? How I get taller and more handsome every time my grandma sees me. She shrinks, and her eyes get worse. When I was 12 my uncle fell down the stairs and broke his leg, and instead of helping him, I recorded him falling down while yelling world star and then posted it on Instagram because I thought it was funny. Happiest ending to a when I was 12 my uncle story ever. I quietly crept out of the closet, hoping the robber wouldn't see me. He didn't have time to before I sunk my teeth into his neck. It was all well and good until he moaned harder daddy. Given how much porn there is on the internet, you've probably jacked off to a dead person without knowing it. Until we meet again. Oh, don't you worry, I knew. 1 hour woman crying and sobbing sound. This is my gym music. My dad got cremated yesterday. Daddy milk takes the pain away. That's not funny. My dad actually died and was cremated. This is just sad how people are faking this now. Sorry. I just wanted him inside me one last time. Girls ASMR. Boys ASMR. Ah yes, the kind of ASMR that my grandpa hears every day. What's the nastiest thing you've ever done? I wasn't feeling well, so I took a nap. I woke up feeling even worse, so I tried going downstairs to tell my wife. I was in my boxers and t-shirt. At the top of the stairs I puked so hard I fainted, then had explosive diarrhea. I woke up halfway down the carpeted stairs, slowly sliding down it on a water slide of my own shit and vomit. Your waifu becomes real. You become your waifu. I'll take the blue one. I'll let my friends gangbang me so they can enjoy. Why don't men marry the girls they party, smoke and drink with? Because the Venn diagram between is she fun at parties and will she drown our offspring in the bathtub has some unfortunate overlaps. The axe forgets what the tree remembers. Be kind with your words and be careful with your temper. People will remember your throwaway comments. I love reading these deep phrases and then seeing that the person who said it has name like pasahari balls. What's a clear sign that you're getting older? My friends are having kids intentionally instead of accidentally. One of them has to go. One of them already went. Our own son, Dayla. I cannot believe no one thought about a cum jar. Bath. Dancing in the moonlight, but you're aiding Bin Laden's compound. This brings back some memories. Looks like he got diagnosed with depression from a BuzzFeed quiz. If his name starts with J, he's probably Satan. I literally died for your sins. Start a sentence my favorite sex position is called, and let predictive text finish it for you. My favorite sex position is called the cancellation fee. I feel called out. My favorite sex position is called slavery. Well, I wasn't expecting that. My favorite sex position is called the firstborn. This was a Chips Ahoy advertisement. When the drip is respectable, I'm gonna waterboard his ass in milk. There should be a zoo of drunk white people doing stupid shit. It's called Florida. A 7th grade teacher told us a story of her friends who went to a special Asian country. They brought their beloved family dog with them on the trip. They asked the restaurant owners if it was okay to have the dog present or if they had to put the dog somewhere else. The workers gladly took the dog during a misunderstanding of translation and cooked the dog and served it to them. When they asked about their dog, they brought out a bag of the excess meat, nice and warm, ready to go. What a fantastic experience. Manhole cover in Wiesbaden, Germany. That's less a manhole cover and more an entrance to an underground 6 dungeon. Who a manhole? What's inside? More manholes. What are the weirdest things that you heard during sex? Get off me, grandma. I'm done. What? Georgia man kept deceased mother in freezer 4 years for casual sex. That's one cold motherfucker. Tell me how disgusting fapping is. I just want to quit flapping, so tell me how disgusting it is that I take that thing and literally slide it up and down for 3 seconds of dopamine. Record yourself during it and you'll see how disgusting you look like during it. Yeah, and then send it to me so I can reassure you how disgusting you are. I'm wondering this for a while. What are they? Teeth or lips? Tumors. If you could fuck any fictional character, who would it be? Lassie. So what are 2001 babies? Born into the awkward time where Here Comes the Airplane became unacceptable to use to feed them. I was jerking to this hot guy I found in my mom's camera roll and turns out it was an old photo of my dad. What's something you can say during your family dinner and during sex? It's fucking delicious, mom. Imagine pulling a 14-hour shift at the Tesla factory, coming home, turning on the television, and your boss is on the telly pretending to be a Italian cartoon character on trial for murder. Mom, just play with your cousin. He's not that weird, my cousin. Let's just say I'm taking that cousin to Alabama. Sports are to distract us from the rest of the world. Give them a circus and they will never revolt. It is worth noting that Ops history includes video games, and being so porn addicted he posts photos of himself in diapers, so perhaps sports aren't the only distraction of goings-ons in the world out there. Fantastic breasts, the secrets of Dumbledore. He's gonna show you why they call him the headmaster. Start modifying random genes to see if we could create superpowers. Should we got Cancer Man again? People of Reddit, what's the grossest thing you've seen in a public bathroom? a dick and balls chopped off and on the ground. The whitest thing you can do is use the divider at checkout in a grocery store. And the blackest one. I'm only allowed to make fun of white people. What is the hottest thing someone can do while kissing? Pull away a tiny bit and smile against my mouth. A little teasing lets me know she's comfortable and having fun and makes me eager for more. Username checks out. What do you think really happens after death? Your family fights for your belongings. Bored at work. Roast me. Please be original. You look like a sex doll that didn't make quality control, so now you're 70% off at the company store. Wish wouldn't even stock this item. Who would win? Every creature in Australia. Every Florida man. They would breed. Angry woman cuts off man's penis for not making eye contact during sex. Go easy on her. I would like to thank you for this great video, as my brother had been disabled for 20 years and he suddenly walked after watching it to disconnect the Wi-Fi and damage the router. What are these things called? I kinda want one as a desk toy. They are called women, but they are not for sale, I think. What's a life-saving tip everyone should know? Going at maximum speed in school zone can save a child from going into debt. Dark. I like it. Dark humor is like a dead child. It never gets old. Dark jokes are like clean water, not everyone gets it. Just gonna say, if you ever wonder why you went to hell, this is why. I need help with a catchy term for cocaine fisting. I work for the cartel marketing department and we're experimenting with the porn business. Snowpinching. He is a doctor, but I have a doctor of philosophy. Do I want to be called doctor? Hell yes I do. When the pilot asks if there is a doctor on board, I raise my hand every time. Then I solve an equation on the heart attack victim's chest while everyone yells at me. I have killed 4 men this way and I will kill again. Cows have best friends and they become stressed if they are separated from them. That's why I always make sure I cook at least 2 steaks at the same time. My cousin just told me that it's not classy to eat a large box of shrimp fried rice by myself. I told her it's not classy to not know who her chilled father is. Now everyone's yelling. Shrimp fried rice is greater than kids. Depends on how hungry you are, I guess. My sister tangled my balls. You should never let your sister play with your balls. Yes, I'm fucking my brother. No, it's not wrong, sinful or shaming. We are in love. I'm incest sexual #LOVEISLOVE. She could stand behind a tree and still see everything. That's for jump rope exercising. But plug tug of war. The family BBQ is gonna be fun. Inside a Hong Kong coffin home. Gonna regret those beans in an hour or 3. Nah. He uses diarrhea for insulation. Shits in his sleeping bag and makes a mud cocoon. 1970. 2021. Are they trying to say that over these several decades, the same people have been at that beach and have been absorbing the water? A group you can only join if you're ugly, we check. Roast me. Homeless Gambino. Former pornsters, what made you quit? Male porn actor here. Took a fart to the eyes one day during filming. Words cannot describe it, but I had the absolute most painful pink eye I've ever had. That being said, I'm an information technology business analyst now. I used to be a pornster like you. Then I took a fart to the eyes. The mouth is a sports car. Capable of amazing things when controlled by a talented driver. The vagina is a high-end sedan. Luxury interior with all the amenities and features. Built for comfort, a smooth ride all the way, would drive it every day. The ass is a 1997 base level Jeep Wrangler with 130,000 miles on the odometer. Yeah, sorta fun to take for a spin once in a while just for kicks. But the interior is pretty sparse, the seats aren't very comfortable for driver or passenger, and you might leak some fluids, unless you do a big maintenance ritual right before you take it out. Personally, I could take it or leave it. But I'm aware that some people just have a thing for anglers. So be it, to each their own. My clitoris homie Arwana. Oh god. I hope he never goes missing, because if he does, no one will ever find him. Name a movie. But replace one word with cat. 2 girls 1 cat. What do women do when their male significant other has too large a penis? Sand it down to the appropriate size, of course. Expert mode. Easy mode. Sandpaper equals hell mode. Canvas equals creative mode. Bare hands, survival mode. Imagine the Olympics, but instead of it being world-class athletes, it's just random people who get selected. Like you get a letter informing you've been selected for the national gymnastics team and you just have to do it. It'd be so much more entertaining. Would you get a choice of sport, because I can't swim and would drown if I got picked for swimming? Your sacrifice would be worth it after entertaining the masses. My 41 male son, 9 male, has been copycatting me for the past hour. How do I defeat this little shit? Start doing chores around the house laughing my ass off. That, or start sticking your head underwater repeatedly. Your naturally larger lungs should eventually overcome the child's. Notice how they named all the cows traditionally girl names. There is a deep connection between misogyny and consuming animals. Yeah, I don't know about her, but I don't want to eat yogurt from a male cow. My worst nightmare is Spotify randomly throwing out an Ed Sheeran song whilst I'm driving, and then I crash and die, but it keeps playing, so the first responders think I was an Ed Sheeran fan and they tell my mum, and I end up being cremated to fucking Shape of You. Imagine being cremated to ashes, and then I'm in love with your body comes up. Imagine the irony. He asks you to marry him, yes or no? Is he top or bottom? Why do balls have a long ass stitch line? So, I've wondered about this for a while, but never really looked into it or researched it. Every time I take a shower, there's this long line from the bottom of the penile shaft and extends all the way to the back of the scrotum. Balls? Any expert on it that can provide me with any answers? Thank you. For lack of a better term, it is the leftovers from the pussy we all start out with in the womb. Instagram, I have a perfect life. Facebook, I have an okay life. Twitter, I'm a hot mess. Reddit, I killed a hitchhiker in '86 and buried his body in the woods, and I have never told a soul. 4chan, heel high. All of us have peed inside our moms. But I have peed inside yours. She did it. Dreams to come true. Both equally fuckable. How she thinks she looks. How she looks to me. Asparagus makes my pee taste funny. Taste. Oh honey, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm a furry. She did get eaten by a wolf. But at her age it takes a whole lot of peanut butter to finish. Boys commit suicide at a higher rate. Girls attempt suicide at a higher rate. Another win for the boys. Men actually get the job done. If she's able to walk with her 2 legs after sex, you failed as a man. That's why I always keep a hammer beside my bed just in case. Guess what? If my mother aborted me, I wouldn't have known, nor cared. Amazing, isn't it? If you get murdered in your sleep, you wouldn't know or care either, right? I fail to see how that justifies anything. Are you attempting to justify murder? Humans of Reddit, what is your opinions on us aliens? Smash. Tell me your favorite food from your country. And I will tell which country you are from. C4. Afghanistan. went on vacation in Okinawa, Japan. I wonder what you'd hear if you put your ear to it. The cries of 1,000 unborn babies. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. But it is in all the way. Ha ha ha. Quit playing around and put it in all the way, Ricky. Not enough pages to perform this move. Reply with a Thanos quote that can be used during sex. I'm sorry, little one. Males of Reddit, how do you shave your private parts? Carefully. Yes, there is no other way really. You forgot drunken hornily. Hey baby, look, we are both having periods. When the quiet kid and the weird girl have common interests. I guess force choke is useful in the bedroom. Lord forgive me for what I'm about to do. Sweet home Alabama. Technically they are stepbrothers. What are you doing, stepbro? This is so wrong. You're the best big brother. Oh my god, I hope mom and dad don't find out. Did you just come in your sister? Just 104 days of summer vacation and Cadis is already pregnant. It makes me so mad that British people say the C word in like every sentence like ugh. That word is actually awful, please stop. What? Consent? Whatever happens to Emmas? Where did they go? If your social group is defined by a suicidal nature, don't expect it to last a long time. Remember Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter? This is her now. Feel old yet? Nothing changed. I still jizz for her in the toilet. CIA revealed a heart attack gun in 1975. A battery-operated gun which fired a dart of frozen water and shellfish toxin. Once inside the body it would melt, leaving only a small red mark on the victim where it entered. The official cause of death would always be a heart attack. No need for that anymore. Multiple stab wounds in the back can be ruled as suicide. Conjoined twins had a 1/30 million chance of survival at birth. They are now adults and have become teachers. Wow, good luck cheating in that class. Okay, so who controls what? And if you fuck them, do they both come? What is this gesture/pose called? I wanna look up some references, and that's easier if I know the specific name for it. I believe it's called touching tips. NOOOO. Brothers, there was a homeless guy in my hometown who had a colostomy due to lifelong alcoholism. For those who don't know, a colostomy is when a doctor has to remove part of your colon and cut a hole in your abdomen so poop can leave your body. You're supposed to attach a colostomy bag to it to collect the poop. Well, he wasn't managing it correctly due to his problems, so he was basically always covered in poop. He would then be out baking in the sun and pissing himself for days and vomiting on himself. The smell coming off him was like nothing else. Worst thing that ever hit my nose. I imagine a zombie smells like that. God, that's sad. Holy jiggershit.